Hello YouTube, my name is MikeDroTV. I'm ready for MLB The Show 22. I want to help you get ready for that as well. I want to talk about the live series collection and maybe some tips and tricks on what you can do to optimize your stubs in order to get these rewards and unlock them for your Diamond Dynasty squad. I'm not sure how they're going to organize it this year in the menus, but here you go to collect, collections. So once you're in the collections menu, you're going to go to live series. Now, live series means you're currently in Major League Baseball, you're in the Players Union, and your likeness is in the game. Each team has their 25, 26-man roster, and they have some non-roster guys as well in the minor leagues. They're injured, they're on the 60-day DL, stuff like that. They also have free agents. That's not part of the live series collection, but those are also players in the union playing Major League Baseball. Just going to shift myself over here so we can look and notice that the Major League Baseball logo over there. Wait, we flipped, so now we're over here. Major League Baseball logo stands over there. That's part of the collection as well. It's not just about doing teams. My camera is blocking the Major League Baseball logo. I'll explain all the stuff on the top shelf in a second. But we're going to scroll down a little bit. You're going to see the individual teams, the Orioles, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Rays, the Jays. And it's also going by division. Now, the goal is to complete the collection of every single team. When you get a collection of a single team, you get a reward. When you collect a division, you get a reward. When you collect a league, you get a reward. When you collect both leagues, you get the big reward. Let's take a look at the Baltimore Orioles. The goal is to collect all the live series players of this team. If they add a card later after you complete the collection, it's fine. It doesn't undo it. You don't lose the card. But as you can see, there's obstacles in the way to collecting all the cards. You get a reward for 10, for 20, for 30 cards, and then you get a card for collecting the whole team. The reward you get for each team is strictly dependent on how good the team is and how highly rated the team is. Cedric Mullins is a diamond now, but I think he was a bronze to start the year. John Means, I think, was a silver. I'm not sure if they even had a gold card to begin the year, if we're being completely honest. I don't even remember. The game just came out so long ago. But anyway, because the team itself wasn't great and the overall cards weren't great, the reward is less significant. 83 overall, Jim Palmer. Now, even when the game first comes out, if you know your way around the game, this card probably didn't get much burn. But it's still important to collecting because you need to use this card to get other cards. So it does contain some value. Let's move on to the Boston Red Sox. As you can see, there's more diamonds here, more golds, etc. So we're scrolling all the way down. Overall, top to bottom, better than the Orioles. So, that collection reward was 87 overall Lefty Grove. A little more usable early in the year. Then we go to the Yankees. Got a lot of diamonds, got a lot of golds. For this reward, if you collected everyone, you got 90 overall Jorge Posada. Now, this card was a menace. You can see we got parallel 4. We were grinding with that card quite a little bit. I can go through all 30 teams, but it's really not worth it. However, let's just go look at the Angels, because that's kind of an outlier here. The Angels usually have one of the best collection rewards per team because Mike Trout is on the squad. Ohtani wasn't even a diamond yet. I think Rendon was a diamond, but Raisel Iglesias was also a gold or a silver. Ohtani was a silver. But just because Mike Trout is so good, and he's always the most expensive card in the game most of the year, especially he's the most expensive live series card. This collection reward was 95 overall Frank Tanana, and he was fantastic to use early in the game. He was a lefty throwing 100 miles an hour. He was fun. So essentially, as we said already, you want to collect all of these teams. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. It's not about whether the rewards are really that good to begin with, because you want the big rewards when you collect everything. Now, once you collect 5 of one division, let's say we knocked out all 5 of these right here in the American League East, you simply go to the AL East option up here. And boom. So for the Yankees, if you have Jorge Posada collected, you got Joe Carter collected, Lefty Grove collected, David Price collected, Jim Palmer collected. You can lock those in and you unlock 95 overall Goose Gossage. He was also good to use. He was fun. If you get all 5 in the AL Central, you unlock 93 Bob Fell. So on and so forth. 95 overall Ricky Henderson for the AL West. And like I said, Tom Glavine was a fantastic one for the NL East. And these squads are going to be disgusting this year, too. I think the Marlins might have a better reward this year than an 84 gold. This is going to be a phenomenal collection reward card, whatever they come up with for the NL East. Maybe we get a really juiced Ryan Howard because he's a new legend. Central, and then West. Now, let's just say you get the whole American League done. You use the collection rewards from each of those divisions to unlock 99 overall David Ortiz. And for the National League, You get all 3 National League divisions completed, you get 99 overall Alfonso Soriano. Once you have those 2 big league rewards from collecting, we go to the Major League Baseball symbol, and you lock them in for 99 overall Chipper Jones. That card smacked up and down all year. If you manage to get a card like this early in the game, you have a significant advantage over other people. And that's why I want to help you, because let's be real. Skill matters over everything, but when you have cards with juiced up attributes, it does give you an extra push here and there. Skill will win most of the time, but if you can have skill and you have a card like this, it will take you a long way early game. I promise you that. Also, just a side note, there are rewards for free agents. However, early in the year when cards are a little more expensive, just a heads up, like right now, Dustin May is dirt cheap. You can get him for 100 stubs, okay? Usually silvers are worth hundreds, sometimes thousands early game. Same thing for the golds. These are all worth exactly 1,000 stubs. However, throughout the course of the early part of the cycle, they can be worth 5, 10, even 20,000 stubs sometimes. So don't take the current prices for what they are now. It's kind of tedious to worry about the free agents early in the year. One of the best ways to really get stubs is by playing the game, obviously. Let me show you something that I love doing. Early in the game. The exchanging of players, particularly the gold exchange. Now, I've figured out a formula of how to optimize the most amount of stubs I can make. It's a little riskier earlier in the year, but it works. I put out several videos like this last year, and I want to do more and more this year, especially because we're doing no money spent content. So we go to exchange items. Each card has its own value. You can see 75 overall has X amount of points. Let's see if we got 76 on this page. Nope. Here we go. 76 has a higher value. 77 has more, 78 has more, 79 has more. Now, it'll take more 75 silvers to get a gold than it would for a 79, obviously. If you look right down here, I'm going to leave a graphic that shows you what it requires to exchange silvers into golds. This is one of my favorite methods early in the year. Although cards aren't worth the exact value and it goes over 1,000 stubs, like I said, gold cards are often worth more than 1,000 stubs and you'll make more stubs than not. You're definitely going to make more stubs than you'll lose. I promise you that. So in this scenario, we'll take 2 TJ Antones and 1 Lucas Sims. That almost fills up that bar. We're at 80%, okay? Then we grab a 78 silver. That puts us just at 100%. So you don't want to go over too much when you're changing these cards either. You want to optimize the value of the cards so you can get more gold cards out of this that you either keep for your team that you really need. Let's say you pull an expensive gold card. You want to hold on to that. But maybe if you have a duplicate of one that you can sell, make a nice profit, then go ahead and sell it. So we're going to change that, and that turns into a gold pack you'll find in your inventory. It'll look just like this. You know what, just for the heck of it, I'm going to link the video I did for the gold exchange down below in the comments so you can understand what I'm talking about, because right now the value of the cards don't mean anything. It's such an easy way to turn a flip. The method looks so obvious right now because of the value of cards being so low, but if you look at one of my videos from earlier in the year, it makes a lot more sense based on how volatile the market can be. So I'm going to leave the original video in the comments below if you want to learn about that. Another way you can learn how to make stubs is flip it. It took me a while to understand it, and I've been doing it for years. You can do it no money spent absolutely easily. Or if you want to spend $50 or $100 opening day and just have some income to start with, by all means, go for it. Let's talk about flipping cards and making stubs. We'll start with Grayson Rodriguez. He's a good example. As you can see here, I have quite a bit of capital. I got over 2 million stubs. It won't always be like that, but I know what I'm doing with the marketplace. Let's go to Grayson Rodriguez. You cannot sell a diamond card for less than 4,999 stubs. You cannot buy a card for more than 1 million stubs. However, Grayson Rodriguez is not that expensive, so do not worry about that. You have options when you want to buy a card or sell a card. You can hit that buy button right there and spend that amount, or you can put in a buy order. Now, what do we want to put in for a buy order? You can set a price. You can also use the right joystick to move around whenever you want, which is kind of cool. I never knew about that until recently. You want to go 1 stub over the sell price, the top sell price, because that puts you ahead of them. So if someone wants to sell it and doesn't want to put in their own order, then you're the first bidder to go. So let's sell it for 5. Let's buy it for 5,101 stubs. Confirm. Finalize the order. Boom. We jump ahead of that guy. We also have some Grayson Rodriguez cards we can sell. Now, instead of selling him for that price, let's create a sell order. Now, see how I told you to put a buy order 1 stub above the sell now price to put in a buy order, I want you to go one stub below the buy now price. So there we go. Confirm. Hold up. There's a tax on the marketplace. This also is something you need to pay attention to if you are flipping cards and you want to make a profit, because this could affect whether or not it's worth flipping a card. So the price is $18,489. However, there is a 10% sales tax on all sales. So the seller only receives $16,640. Now, if losing almost 2,000 stubs right there is not worth the flip, then you do not do it. However, this is an obvious flip because there's a significant difference between the buy and the sell. So although it's only 16,000 after tax, we are making almost 11,500 stubs. So yeah, we're going to pull the trigger. And then you just kind of wait and see. You have an option. When you look at your buy and sell options, you can also look at your active and completed orders. I have almost 2,000 pages of completed orders between buy and sell. Look at that. We sold Grayson Rodriguez. Let's double back. So we just made 11,000 stubs on one flip. Is it going to be that smooth sailing? Not necessarily, but it's worth noting that we know what we're doing beforehand. So here's a quick calculation to figure out if after the tax, the card is worth flipping to you. Once again, we'll go to the sell. 18,489. 18,489. Now, I'm also going to say, please, for the love of God, do not slash prices like crazy. Try to go a couple of stubs above, a couple of stubs below. Don't go cutting by hundreds. Don't go cutting by thousands. That tanks the market, and that's kind of rough to deal with. Especially if you're no money spent. You don't want that to happen to you when you're trying to make your stubs. So don't try to ruin the market for other people. If you don't want to go all the way to this point to see what the tax looks like afterwards, just follow me here. We're scrolling around the marketplace. Let's see if there's something that we don't even know is a good flip or not. A lot of these margins are massive now just because the player base is so significantly dropped. I don't even know. Here, look at this. So Jake Arrieta's buy now is 999,990. That's almost 1 million stubs. His sell now is 892,000 stubs. Let's take out my calculator on my phone. 999,990. Assume you're paying 10% tax, okay? So we're going to take away one stub because we're going to go one below. Let's multiply it by 90% because you're getting 90% of the sale back. That's all you got to do. And that tells you what you make after the flip. We get $899,990. Stubs, sorry. Now, is that a good flip? Not really. Why? Because you were risking a lot of stubs to only make 7,000 stubs. Grayson Rodriguez is a better flip. You don't want to do that. Especially if you're no money spent and you don't have a lot to spare, or you're new to the game, or if you also don't get to pay attention to the marketplace too much while you're doing these flips. Because I'm telling you, early cycle, every couple of seconds, someone's cutting your order, your buy order or your sell order. They're going to go high, they're going to go low. It shifts so fast. Sometimes you can't keep track. So if you're not going to be able to sit by the game or on the phone's companion app, which I'll get to in a second, you don't want to take a risky move like that. You're not always going to have big fish like that to flip, especially early in the year when there's no legends and flashbacks coming out like that. There is a lot of content, but the main focus is live series cards early in the year. You don't have many diamonds to go through. You can also make plenty of stubs on golds, silvers, bronzes, etc. This is a little more stable to look at early in the game that I like flipping a lot. Now, I said diamond cards you can't sell for less than 5,000 stubs. Gold cards you can't sell less than 1,000. That's why you see nothing below 1,000. If you see something for 0, that just means there's no current orders placed. There's no bids for that. Okay, if I wanted to pick up someone's sell order, there is none. They're right here. Doesn't mean you can't sell the card. There's just no order made for you to sell it right away. You have to wait for someone. You have to put in your own sell order. See, this isn't a good flip right here because I can't buy Javi Baez for less than 1,000 stubs. And why is this a bad flip? Because the cheapest Javi Baez around, let's just buy that card. Let's say I want to sell it for 1,009 stubs. I'm only going one stub under. I'm only getting 908 stubs. I'm actually losing stubs on this. So don't do stuff like that. What you want to look for is a bigger margin, like these. Now, early game, sometimes what I'll do is Charlie Morton here. Create buy order. Let's just buy one for 1,000 stubs. And I'll keep doing this. I'm getting pretty proficient with this. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm a gamer boy. I'll put in a bunch of orders. Sometimes I'll put 10 at one spot. And once I put 10, then I go 10 at one stub above. Instead, I'll stack up 30, 40. Because then once we get that Charlie Morton, if you cut one stub under the buy orders on your sell order, you're making 476 stubs. Now, you sell 10 of those, you make 4,700 stubs. So it builds up quicker than you think. I like to mix and match with what I'm flipping, so I'm not stuck on one thing. And you want to optimize, you want to look around, you want to diversify your option. Because like I said, someone can severely undercut your market and ruin your flip on one area, but your other area might be okay. So you want to diversify your stubs. We didn't really look at the active orders before, but if you have orders that you put in, whether buy or sell, and they haven't gone through yet, you can view them over here. You can even cancel them and get your stubs back. Watch right here. If I want to take away that Grayson Rodriguez order, boom. I get 5,000 stubs back. Charlie Morton, let's cancel those. See 1,000 stubs each. There we go. And then if you put a card on the market for a sell order, he is no longer in your inventory if that's the only card you have of him. So let's say this is the only Grayson Rodriguez card I have. He's no longer in my inventory because I'm trying to actively sell him. Once that order is gone, he's also gone. If I want him back on my inventory, all I got to do is cancel that order and boom, he's back. Now let's talk about the MLB The Show companion app. Here's the MLB The Show 21 app. We're going to probably have an updated one or a new one for MLB The Show 22. So what happens with that, we'll figure out later. But let's talk about the marketplace here. Is it this button? No, that's the shout. This is the community market. It's going to show the same cards you're seeing on the market on your console, but you get to see it on your phone. This is crazy. I've been able to make so many stubs in the time being. Look at Anthony Santander right here. Now, let's go put a buy order in. It shows you in real time, like if someone put a buy order or a sell order in the meantime, while I was pressing that button, it would have been updated. So we want to put a buy order for Santander. So once again, when you're making a buy order, you go over the sell order, which is 6104. 6105. Finalize. Just like that, there's an order in the marketplace. Now, you know what's crazy about that? You can spam that button all day. We can put in 10 orders. We can put in 100 orders at that one spot. Look at this. Look at this. And then I put 10. I'll go one stub over. This is crazy. If you play MLB The Show 21 and you're waiting for 22 and you're looking to learn how to flip cards, just do what I'm doing right now. It's easy. It's quick. It'll get results. I do have one I could sell right now. So if I wanted to, I'll go 26. 448. However, I believe I have this one of one card in my inventory, so I can't actually remove him from my squad until I do so otherwise. Never mind, he's not on the team. He's gone. Let's hope someone picks up that card. Next card. Mind you, you can also go through, you can sort them. You can filter them. There's a lot of things you can optimize. Now, I had a watch list of cards I was looking to flip earlier in the year. Like Garrett Richards, yeah, that's a good flip. Okay. Well, get back here. All right, so he's going for 5,002. So we'll go 5,003. We'll put in some orders. Also, you can see it'll tell you if the card is sellable or not. I locked this specific Garrett Richards card into my collection, so I will not be able to sell the one card I have. But if I pick up one of these on the marketplace, I can go sell it whenever I feel like. So if I were to sell that one card I had, that would make me a pretty profit right there. Side note, I miss Gary Sanchez a lot. And then these are all the watch cards I used to have because most of these cards don't even have a sell now price, meaning I can buy them for 5,000 stubs and flip for 5, 10, 15,000 stubs. And we didn't really get into the details, but you can do it for more than just player cards. As you can look right here, you got the Major League Baseball cards, meaning live series, flashback, legend cards. You can flip stadiums, equipment, sponsorships, unlockables, and perks. That's my watch list, which is why nothing was showing up, because I wasn't really flipping those things. However, early in the year, there's some things you want to look at. Now that we're back on the console, thank you for looking at that brief display of what was on my phone. If you press the square button, you can filter things within the cards here for, Major League cards, or you can use the L1, R1 to go through some of the other things you can flip. I just wanted to show you the most stable thing for me was MLB cards. But you can make very nice profit on equipment, sponsorships. The perks are a very good flip now. They weren't always. Just, it's really about what you're comfortable with flipping. I like to stick with safe bets and do it consistently because I have time to go to my phone and do this stuff. To be honest, I don't do a lot of this content. I haven't done enough of it, so I'm just kind of rambling at this point. So hopefully this is making sense and helping you out. If you have any questions, always feel free to shoot me a DM on Twitter. Leave a comment down below in the video. Just let me know if you have any questions or any advice that you would want with making stubs in this game. I've been playing this game since 2015. I didn't know what I was doing until 2018. That was the first time I completed the live series collection. And I always spent a little money because I have a full-time job. I do this as a hobby. It's fun. And I wanted to cut some time out and just get to the rewards. However, this year, I'm going to put it on myself to do no money spent because I want to help more of you get to that end goal because it's really fun. It's more fun when you have the cards you want to play with. Just flat out. And MLB The Show does a good job of allowing you to get there. So, here we are doing what we can to optimize that experience for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up if you did. Make sure to sub if you did. Don't forget to ring that bell. Lots of no money spent comment coming to you in MLB The Show 22. Till next time, peace out.
Song is copyrighted, but thanks for watching. Da, 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 da.